Hello, my name is Martin Campbell. You'll find me on the Counselling directory. I'm 59 years of age, and as you'll see on my profile, you'll read about my previous career as an architect before I took my stroke. I took my stroke about 14 years ago, and I retrained as a counsellor, and I've been working as a counsellor in private practice for the past 5 to 6 years. I was working as an architect in Dubai and had been there for about 9 years when I took my stroke. I was in my mid-40s. My stroke was in my brainstem at the back of my head. It's quite a primitive part of the brain, and it's a part of the brain that regulates breathing, blood pressure, etc. So it's quite a dangerous place to take a stroke for fear that you might swallow your tongue, which is one of the reasons, as you'll see, I wore a tracheotomy for about 5 months. So all in all, I was in hospital and rehab for about 9 months in total. When I came back out of hospital, I'm living alone, and I was living alone at that time. So it began a whole new set of challenges for me. As you can see from my physical appearance, I'm paralyzed on the left side of my face, and the paralysis moves to the right side of my body. I can actually walk. However, I walk a little bit like a toddler who's just beginning to learn. Luckily, I retained all my cognitive functions, so all my memory, my emotions, etc. stayed intact, thank goodness. I was told, and many people are told, that with an acquired brain injury, which is what a stroke is, one aspect of your personality pre-injury will be more acute post-injury. In my case, that is most likely my patience. I'm very impatient. I was quite impatient before my stroke. That certainly has gotten worse. When I returned home out of hospital, I live in Northern Ireland, so when I returned back home, I suppose for the first 2 years, I was pretty much convinced I'd go back to my old life, go back to Dubai, go back to my job, because certainly intellectually I was able to do my job, and I was probably deluding myself, if you like, that I would just return back to my old job. Then it began to dawn on me, hey, that's not going to happen. It's quite difficult to go around building sites in a wheelchair. So I began to think, okay, what will I do now? I began to inquire about doing counselling, and that led to my retraining as an integrative counsellor. Integrative simply means that we blend 2 or more modalities together. So I tend to work in a person-centered and psychodynamic way. So I go at it from a very human point of view. I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm very much immersed in it, and I'm very excited about my new career, my second career, and I like to embrace it, and I like to build up my knowledge continually. During my training, of course, I had to do some personal therapy, and that really helped me to accelerate the dealing with my own, overcoming my disability, and coming to terms with the loss of my old career. I understand something of disability because I go around in a wheelchair. I have certain physical ailments which I have to get my head around on a daily basis. But life is not over by a long shot.